Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for joining me for yet another short tutorial. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you just a project I've been working on. This is because I have quite a bit of pre-done um, card bases that I wanted to find, to design and, do different things so I can cut down on the amount that I do have. And of course, just to create an experiment as well. So I would be using a few things that I'll go through with you. And then once I am done, I always, of course, appreciate any comments, thumbs up if needed. If there's anything you'd like to share or you have any questions, feel free to ask. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So to begin with, I had a bunch of those gray cardstock bases. Okay, this is 110-pound cardstock, and I was trying to find a way to turn it into something really, whether it's beautiful or whatever you want to call it. So I went through my stash of what I have available for card making. I got black ribbon, which I'm going to use, and of late I've been doing a lot of music type um, matting for a couple of my cards. So I use this embossing folder, and I will show you what I did with it. I use this embossing folder. I also have two die cuts, well, three that I use. This is actually a nice gentleman in a tux right there. So I was able to cut a couple of those out, and of course I will show you how I interchange the neck piece, to put in a little color. I also have two, just where you could, put in your little sentiments at the front. And I'm going to be using It's a Party. It's just a little stamp. It's a party because it's it's music, it's piano, so it's just something that ties in with the theme. Then, of course, as you can see, I have the ribbon because there's one particular piece that I had from the scrap that I use, and I'll show you how this one goes. And I'm just going to go ahead and get everything mounted together for you. I will be doing two different, just one with a slight variation, and I will show you what that is in just a moment. And of course, I have my piano and my piano bench die cut, which I used. And then I will complete the design, perhaps with one of those little black gems somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but let's see. Okay, so let's begin. So this would be my first matted piece, which is black. So I'm going to have this on. So since I'm going to do two of those, I am going to do them almost simultaneously. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to pull out this here, set this aside, and this one I will be working on it. This is where the ribbon comes in, and I'll show you in just a moment. Just leave this down here. Just get this. And if you're doing like a whole bunch of cards, always recommend to just go ahead and just, cut all your pieces, get everything done. So let's get started. To begin, if I am not so disoriented all of a sudden, I'm going to go ahead and put down the black first mat that I have. Just go around. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and place this down on the card base. Okay, so I've done the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. Now all those pieces are those that I had already and just like from scrap, and I'm just utilizing them on the card bases just so that I can get the use of them as much as possible. So let's get this one down. Okay, so this is the second one. Now for this particular piece, that's where the embossing folder came in. I use the embossing folder so I can get that design on there, if you can see it. I'm going to leave it white. However, this piece I used a puncher for here, and I didn't necessarily want to get rid of it. So that's where the ribbon comes in. I'm just going to run a little ribbon through here really quickly. So I'm going to run this through here, and then I shall be right back so that you can see the end results. Hi guys, I am actually going to just complete this video with a run through because for some reason the initial video did not pick up everything. So I'm going to show you, I know we started off and I was showing you how I was putting in the ribbon and what I was going to do next. But I want you to take a look at the final product. So basically what I did was when I started putting the ribbon through, I got the ribbon in, got the first layer, matted layer on, then the second, which was the white, and then I added the pieces on. And the last thing I did was add the sentiment, which says it's a party, and of course just a little gem here just to tie it off and just seal the deal. So this is just a nice little two nice cards, again, that was done from pieces of scrap that I had, or stock paper that I had cut down, and I just kept the pieces, aside. And the smaller stock pieces, that I had, I just used the smaller pieces for smaller die cuts. So as you can see, putting everything together, this is the end result. And again, I do apologize because there was more steps in there, basically, perhaps not needed, but this is actually the final product. As far as the sentiments inside, again, it is just entirely what you would like in there. It can be personalized with your own information on the inside, and it's a nice little, perhaps if you want to send a little, invitation to someone, personally or anything like that, this would be an option for you other than the standard, just the one sheet. It's an invitation, or it's a, inviting someone to a party. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I do hope this was just a nice little tutorial here that will help, get your creative juices flowing, and I shall see you next week. Take care of you and your family, and see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.